shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Vols will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent.
He breaks into the open. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Might as well give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Charles. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Handoff from the shotgun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Tennessee's offense has the ball for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back in the lane.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Well, jet sweep pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Barges ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. they'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Connors. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. After those last two plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell, pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a pass.
Off the play fake on first down. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for the loss.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fakes to grab. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires toward the target. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first as good as you possibly can.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Duggan. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Vols are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. The Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. At midfield, he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Got room at the 35. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Sets up the screen. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dobbs. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle, it's Connors. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Volunteers have pushed it inside the 20. He's got it on the move, and he motors into the end. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. A little screen to the running back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go. This offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but
there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the right. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
This is a situation. Here in the third quarter, this offense did not want to be in facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Vols will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking, is harder to run. Nice job staying on it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got his man downfield. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
Love the coverage, not giving up an inch defensively there. 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position.
Here we go, here we go.
Grab behind the line. It's Connors. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go, there you go.
Looking to throw. Dumps it off to the flats. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Clemson. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. The only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Going right to work up top. Throws to the tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that is textbook, instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. open the final period with a third down play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Snagged out of the air. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is broken up incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires left. That pass is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Sooners come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A costly... wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces third and long. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a
throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Second down, he'll throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point is good. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. The score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, they're...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here's the pressure. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in third and long and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great third down execution by this defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little tick.